KagZ Gaming here with the best 2 attacks with the Azure Dragon for the Lunar New Year event. The Azure Dragon is definitely a broken troop, which you need to use it now. Both attacks are super easy to learn and are viable for any base. In this 2 examples, I use the new equipment, the Frozen Arrow for the Archer Queen. Let's start with the first attack. 8 Azure Dragons with the Battle Blimp. In the Battle Blimp, I use 1 Yeti, 1 Ice Golem, and the rest Super Goblins. The main objective for the Battle Blimp is just to take down the Town Hall, and if it can clear some more around it, the better. Start the attack with the heroes, the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen, on 2 different corners or sides of the base. By doing that, you are helping the Azure Dragon focus on the center and not running towards the outside. In this case, I almost cleared everything in the top and bottom sides, and I dropped the Azure Dragons and the Battle Blimp all together with the Grand Warden. And make sure you trigger the Grand Warden ability, so the Battle Blimp will reach the Town Hall 16 building. Use 2 rage spells at the start when you drop the Azure Dragons, and 1 rage on top of the Town Hall 16 after the Battle Blimp drop the troops. Drop the Royal Champion with the main troops, or you can save her and drop her a few seconds later on a different side to take down some more air defenses. While the attack is undergoing, use the freeze spells to protect your Azure Dragons, mainly on the monolith or the air defenses. A very classic approach with the 8 Azure Dragons, 5 freeze spells, and 3 rage spells, and the extra 1 rage, 1 freeze in the clan castle. Here I used the Rage Gem and the Eternal Tome on the Grand Warden, and it worked perfectly for me. Now let the Azure Dragons clear the rest of the base, and you got yourself an easy 3 stars win. If you do prefer using different equipment on the heroes, it is totally up to you. Try it out on friendly challenges and see if it will work before you attack in the multiplayer battles. I think the Rage Gem will give you more wins because of the boosts it has. Now let's move over for the second attack. This time is the Super Archer Battle Blimp Wombo combo, one of my favorites. What you need to take here is like before: 8 Azure Dragons, 2 clone spells, 5 invisibility spells, and in the clan castle, 4 Super Archers only, with 1 rage and 1 freeze spell. You can of course swap the freeze spell with an extra invisibility spell if you want to take down more buildings with the Super Archers. What you need to pay attention to is where you drop the Super Archers. Do not drop them on big opening in the base, because most likely there is a giant bomb there and you will lose all the Super Archers. In this case, I saw a crowded spot with the scattershot and air defense, and it is a great spot to drop them on top. If you can start the attack with the Battle Blimp alone without using the Grand Warden ability, it will be a guaranteed 3 stars. So you drop the Super Archers using 2 clone spells, one after the other on top of them. 1 rage and then the invisibility spells one after the other, counting 4 seconds between each other. I count 4 seconds slowly because the real time is 4.5 until the spell fades away, and it is a good practice. Now you can drop the heroes where the Super Archers couldn't take down, so they can clear everything there. Drop the Azure Dragon with the Grand Warden and the Royal Champion by their side so they can push all together and take down everything that is coming their way. Now all you got is 1 freeze spell left. So I tend to use it on a monolith or an air defense because they are the big damage dealers to the Azure Dragons, and you want to protect them. Of course, use the Grand Warden ability when you see it is needed, as long as you protect them from Poison Tower or some other defenses. You are good to go as long as you time it correctly. Now I do think the Frozen Arrow is a great choice all over. On some attacks, I prefer the Archer Puppet, but with the Azure Dragons, the slow is helping them drastically, so try it out. The Azure Dragons will always work great against bases that are crowded or compact base designs. Another option here is to use Super Wizards, but I think they will be less effective because of their range. Super Archers have a long range, and they can take out buildings far away from them, and with crowded bases, this is just OP.